So today we're unpacking some highly practical VCF automation concepts that really seem to trip people up.
Oh, yeah, things like integrating CMDBs and,
Right. Enforcing day two governance and even surviving single zone architectural
yeah,
limits.
all those fun friction points administrators face when moving to enterprise-grade automation.
Exactly. So let's jump right into some real problems so you can see how these topics get tested. Let's start with provisioning.
Okay.
So say you deploy a VM and you need to automatically update an external CMDB so the company can actually track it.
Oh, man, I see admins try all sorts of wild things here.
Yeah, so we need three options to make this work. We've got creating a new event topic, setting up a webhook on VCF, calling the CMDB API webhook, configuring a subscription for the VM provisioning event, or requesting metadata during deployment.
Well, let me think about this. Setting up a webhook endpoint on VCF is incredibly tempting.
Right, because people know VCF so well.
Exactly. It's classic familiarity bias. They
Yeah.
just want to build the receptor right there.
Which is a total trap. I mean, you have to remember you're pushing data out to an external system, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So setting up a VCF webhook, it's kind of like setting an empty table at your own house and just hoping a restaurant delivers dinner.
Without actually calling them.
Right. You actually have to call the restaurant's API. So calling the CMDB API webhook is your main engine.
That makes perfect sense. And you wouldn't create a totally new event topic from scratch either.
No, you wouldn't.
You'd just configure a subscription for the existing VM provisioning event.
Yep. Add requesting metadata during deployment to round out the three, and you've got a working pipeline.
Nice.
Speaking of automation triggers, though, let's talk about protecting that VM.
Okay, what's the scenario?
Say a mid-size finance firm needs all new VMs to automatically receive VMware Live Recovery or VLR protection. My instinct as an automator is to just use an event subscription to trigger a custom workflow. Or maybe create a catalog item for an ABX workflow.
See, that sounds totally logical because we just used event subscriptions the last one. Right.
But embedding blanket security logic into individual workflows is a nightmare to manage at scale.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, the mechanism you actually want is a day two policy attaching a VLR protection group.
Wait, so not an event trigger?
No, because a finance firm needs a centralized VIP pass for security across the whole environment, not individual event invites for every single VM. Scoping it just as a finance-specific day two action is way too narrow.
Centralized governance over individual triggers. Got it. But event subscriptions do have a crucial place in protection write-up,
Oh, absolutely.
specifically when we zoom out to the automation blueprints themselves. So if a customer wants every released VCF blueprint backed up automatically to a third-party solution,
Right.
how do you catch that release?
Good question.
I might look at a dedicated backup service like Valero or maybe Argo CD Cloud Config or an event broker subscription. I'll argue for Valero since it literally does backups.
Oh, Valero's a huge trap here
Wait, why?
because it's explicitly designed for backing up Kubernetes workloads.
Wow. Yeah, it's entirely useless for VCF blueprint lifecycle events. The actual answer is the event broker subscription.
Okay, so it just listens for the blueprint release event.
Exactly. It listens for the event and tells your third-party tool, hey, new version, back this up.
Nice. Let's shift from backups to networking.
Sure.
So when standardizing tenant networks at a massive service provider, VCF uses virtual private clouds. Which three profile types do these rely on? The options are security vGPU connectivity, QoS, and service profiles.
Well, the trick here is separating network logic from hardware constraints. Like a vGPU profile is strictly hardware.
Right, not a network routing profile at all.
Exactly. And QoS quality of service isn't one of the standard VPC profiles in this specific architecture.
So you're left with security, connectivity, and service.
Spot on. Those three are the pillars for delivering consistent network controls.
Hardware profiles remind me of hardware limits, actually.
Oh boy.
Yeah, imagine you deploy a supervisor cluster but only configure one vSphere zone. What's the hidden cost?
Let me guess.
Does it span multiple vCenters automagically become multi-zone later span clusters for high availability? Or does it simply lack zone-level fault isolation?
I always jokingly hope for the AutoMagic multi-zone conversion to save me time.
Yeah, we all do.
But realistically, you just have zero zone-level fault isolation. It's like putting all your enterprise eggs in one server rack.
Right, adding zones later doesn't just automatically retrofit your existing setup.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Within that single zone, how do we allocate heavy-duty resources? If an AI project needs GPU resources, I usually just think, okay, check the box for GPU-enabled VM
So it's
classes.
enabling the hardware class is exactly why people fail this.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
So we have other options like namespace class with VM class reservations,
Yeah.
NVIDIA grid profiles, or the NVIDIA GPU operator.
Yeah, the hardware existing in the server doesn't mean the project is actually authorized to consume it.
Oh, I see.
You must explicitly grant access via a namespace class with VM class reservations.
Oh, authorization is exactly how storage works, too.
It is.
If engineering needs access to a new gold tier storage policy, we don't just create a zone for it or rely on a day 2 policy.
Great, because day 2 policies don't grant supervisor level entitlements.
Exactly. You have to expose it as a storage class, add it to a supervisor namespace class, and explicitly bind it to the project.
Yeah, it's an authorized handshake.
To wrap up, let's zoom out to the global provider level.
Okay.
To enable VCF automation to run those ABX actions, where do we authenticate? Creating a project or a region isn't enough. Do we create a cloud account in the organization portal or the provider management portal?
What's your guess?
Well, I definitely anchor on the org portal because that's where users spend all their time.
Another classic familiarity trap.
Really?
You absolutely need the infrastructure context from the provider management portal.
Oh, because the org portal doesn't have the permissions?
Right, an org portal account simply doesn't have the provider level routes needed to execute those deep extensibility actions across the environment.
That makes a lot of sense. That's all the key points we shared for the 3V0-21.25 exam today. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, subscribe and leave us a comment.